speaking of kayfabing and trying not to fucking know, are wrestlers today their own worst enemies is the question I had when you saw everybody made the news. It was a big stink on Twitter and things. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, who apparently just did an angle where the heel kicked shit out of Roman Reigns and just, left him for dead in the desert in a ditch somewhere, right?
Pretty much.
And then they turn around and tweet a picture of themselves sightseeing at the Colosseum in Rome, and they weren't next to each other. They were on opposite ends, but with a group of 5 guys all with their arms around each other. So it's not like they were actively trying to be like, no, I don't like this motherfucker, just attempted to murder me or whatever the fuck. Why would you do that? Why would they think that's, even if everybody knows and even if the office doesn't give a shit and they don't enforce anything, why would you do something like that? And why would you think that that was good for you and for your issue and for your angle and for your image with the fans, and that the people who don't know who the fuck you are or don't care about you, they won't think anything of it, but the people who actually know who the fuck you are and care about it and care about you care about that. In most cases. Now there's some people on Twitter that were like, that's why I don't like some of the modern fans as well as the modern wrestlers. Well, I don't see anything wrong with it. The actors playing parts don't kayfabe in real life. Well, when you meet, somebody wrote this, and this was a perfect example. When you meet Kiefer Sutherland, he doesn't sign his autograph, President Kirkman. But when you meet The Undertaker, he doesn't sign Mark Calloway. Wrestling is not fucking TV acting and not goddamn a bunch of fucking actors playing parts. And the ones that are should be drummed out of the fucking business. And I think the people who think that it is, I don't know what the fuck, that is the stereotype. That is the one of the stereotypes we talked about last week with the fake blood, right? And it plays into people's stereotypes of fake wrestlers. Well, that's another thing. They're all friends. And look at that. And so it prevents any doubt from entering the people's mind about whether you're just some jack off doing as you're told and trying to become a reality TV star, or whether you're a fucking badass professional wrestler that's a money drawing fucking talent. Because doubt is the only thing these days is going to help you. Doubt as to whether you are fake or whether you really are in some aspect. What you purport yourself to be is the only thing that's going to make a big star in this business these days. And pretty much in the UFC also, Conor McGregor. So I don't know why they just, and somebody tweeted, well, anything that keeps wrestlers happy and healthy, if they need to relieve the stress of their fucking busy lives by hanging out with each other at the Roman Coliseum and tweeting pictures of it. That's good. That's right up. That's even ahead of rehab to keep happy, healthy wrestlers alive. What the fuck? I said, goddamn, I tweeted back, if wrestlers need to fucking hang out with their goddamn enemies in public to be happy and healthy, they're a bunch of fucking pussies.
You know, Jim, one of my favorite modern wrestlers is Scott Dawson. I love the Revival, and I think he's great. If you ever watch him on Twitter, he does it the right way. He broke Kofi, Kofi Kingston gets hurt. He goes, I'm going to hurt you again. I'm going to do it again. He doesn't let up. He continues with what you would see on TV, which is the right way to do it. I don't think I'm going to go and find him just hanging out, with the New Day on Twitter. And that's part of the problem. When Twitter first became a big thing, I remember Mike Francesa, who's a sports talk host here in New York, saying that this was going to be a really bad thing for a lot of athletes who were used to being able to do whatever they wanted. And then when there was a microphone in their face, they had to have their regular answers. But now they were left up to their own on Twitter to say whatever they wanted to say. And that's when you see all these homophobic comments and racist comments and feminist or sexist comments. It's because there's no filter, but sometimes you need that. I'm sorry. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have been in this blood feud on WWE TV. They shouldn't be taking any photos with each other, palling around. It's the height of stupidity.
And besides that, to just taking the pictures because you don't know where they're going to fucking end up, but they're actually on Twitter immediately from the same one of the guys that's in the fucking group. I get Titus O'Neil. I guess he's got more problems. Why would anybody in like the Vince movie script? Why would a bunch of grown men in a room that do this professionally think that was a good idea? Why would a bunch of grown fucking wrestlers? I know they're not taught properly anymore. In OVW, I used to send people after the referees, my stooges, out to the popular hangout spots, see if we could catch people not kayfabing so I could find their fucking ass. Because I told him, I said, you're going to be here 6 months or a year or 2 years, and you're going to go somewhere else. This is my fucking business, my goddamn fucking town, and I'm not going to see you shit on the business in it and spoil it for me when you're gone. And that's the way every promoter used to treat things, because the boys sometimes would be the boys. But now, of course, it starts at the top. The promotions don't give a shit. They think that's antiquated thinking. But also, the guys were trained themselves by the veterans. Don't shit on your business. Don't fucking enforce people's stereotypes of us. Don't fucking, or of the business itself. Don't hurt my ability to make money because you're a fucking asshole or an idiot. And that's what and especially as high profile as these two guys are, I've always said Roman Reigns has look and all the talent in the world, and he's got a bad rep or a bad rap because of the fans knowing that he was the chosen guy and they wanted Bryan Danielson and et cetera, and there's nothing wrong with him. But if he's that fucking stupid, he don't need to be your guy. Did Hulk Hogan take a picture with his arms around the guy? Even Hulk Hogan, Mr. Epitome of Mr. Hollywood fucking showbiz wrestling, take a picture with his arms around the goddamn Iron Sheik in fucking 1984 or whatever.
What do you say if you're at the Coliseum hanging out with the guy you're in this deadly feud with, and some 10-year-old kid comes up and asks for your autograph, and now he sees you with the guy that he was watching the night before try to kill you on TV?
Well, and maybe they think, well, we're out of the country, but fuck, more people probably know him in fucking Europe than they do here in America these days, since guys make no effort to fucking stand out, nor I understand would they want to in their private time, but they all, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know why, I don't know why you would do that, and I don't know why some of these fucking fans, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody knows now. Yes, everybody knows asswipe, but that doesn't mean that the real smart guys who actually do become top guys, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, and make you put a little doubt in your fucking mind about them instead of the whole business in general. That's the way that they get to be top fucking guys.
You know, it's like that famous expression. There's a little a version of that I've heard. You know, Johnny Valentine or Terry Funk would say, I can't make you believe wrestling is real, but I can make you believe I am real. It's the same thing where you could say, I don't believe wrestling is real, but I believe those two guys really fucking hate each other.
Yeah, or at least I believe that guy's a prick, or at least I believe that guy's cool, or whatever the fucking feeling that you're supposed to have is that's the difference. And once again, just have a little respect for what you just fucking did. Good God. And if Reigns got beaten with a fucking tire tool and a sack of wet hammers or whatever the fuck he did to him so bad, he should have been bandaged up and maybe with a crutch in his face. I wore a goddamn neck brace on fucking Regis and Kathy Lee and at SummerSlam because Bob Armstrong had pile driven me in Knoxville 2 weeks beforehand, and that's the story that we were telling. And I couldn't let people in Knoxville see me on TV in New York or Detroit on pay-per-view perfectly happy when I'm fucking almost in traction in goddamn Tennessee. There wasn't a fucking option to that. It's a natural thing that you would think. How do I portray to the public what that I just did was legitimate, and how do I make them want to pay to see more of me and whoever the fuck just did this to me? It's not that fucking difficult, boys.